Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Tropico 5. My name is Obed Potato, and today we are continuing our playthrough in the Sandbox mode. So it's going pretty well, if you don't mind me saying. We seem to be in a pretty profitable situation. Exporting tobacco at an increased price is always nice. We're fishing from the wharf. We've got new houses that have been built.
His Majesty's plans have been hindered by...
Yeah, we can export wool, you know, we've got wool here already, so should be no sweat off our back to provide that wool to His Majesty. As specified, our popular support is 35%. Could it be any higher? Let's build another tavern if we possibly can. Just so... you know, if we run out of capacity, then you know we can still increase the happiness. Here, there we go. Okay, let's build it there. The Crown sends us 7,300. Nice. And a freighter exported Tropican goods worth 7,265 bucks.
Comrade Governor, the more...
Research the foreman technology. We're going to be researching that very, very soon indeed, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Yeah, that's at 50. So that's at 50 out of 50. So that's why we can't get any happier. But now you will start to take some of the.
Thanks to your efforts, the revolution...
I sat with 3 other members of the research.
Oh, foreman, we've finished this as well. Great, fantastic.
Comrade Governor, we need to inspire...
Hire a new manager in any building. Well, you know what? We can do that. Let's, I don't know. It just doesn't really matter, does it?
Thanks to your efforts, the revolution...
Yeah, let's get some more revolutionaries.
Tropico demand the right to bear arms.
Right to bear arms? Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Right to arms. Okay. Issue that. Nice. Wow, this is going super fast. Like, we're just boom, boom, boom. We are doing so well. We're at 40%. You know, another 10% and we'll be able to declare independence. And that would, you know, that would be really good for us. That would be really, really very good. 43%. It just keeps on increasing. How many homeless people do we have? We have... okay, not enough. Not enough houses. So we are going to have to do something about that. We're going to build a brand new row of houses over here, which is good. And if you'll remember, at the end of last episode, we did discover the technology that we needed to build a lumber mill, which is actually great for us because it means we can start taking down the forests and turning it into lumber, which is really nice. So where are we going to build our first logging camp and then into a into a lumber mill, hopefully. That would be the plan anyway. Where can we do it? Logging camp? Where does it suggest that we do it? Over here. Just remember, right, that all these logging camps are going to fall down anyway, so it doesn't really matter where we put them. Like, it doesn't matter if they're going to be a blight on the landscape, because at the end of the day they will fall down. Where is this lumber mill? Lumber mill. Okay, we need 7,500. That's cool. We can do that. As soon as the next trade ship comes in or the Crown gives us some money, we'll be able to cope with that. Nope, that's an outgoing ship, and I'm sure we'll get one soon. Sooner or later anyway. It shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Great news! We found out how to use the muskets.
Military fort unlocked. That's great. It means we can get brand new technologies. And of course, we're going to go for the paper first. And the reason we want to do that is because we can build a newspaper building. And that, of course, will give our citizens a feeling of more liberty, which is exactly what we want, you know? That's good. How's homelessness? Homeless at 14. Food variety 3, entertainment 30, liberty 55, religion. Okay, so religion isn't too bad. Religion is not bad at all, actually. Okay, here's our money. That's what we need. What were we going to build with this? We were going to build a lumber mill, weren't we? Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to build. Okay, lumber mill. Let's do it. Let's build. This is a permanent thing, so we're going to have to be careful about where we build it. Down here, why not? Means we can take a road down here, yep, and then across here. Perfect. Right there, and we just need to set up a number of sort of peripheral logging camps in good logging locations that will collect logs for us and bring it back to the lumber mill to get processed into planks. And I am noticing that the game is wanting to reload. I have no idea why it wants to do this, but it does, and who am I to judge? Crown sends us 6,000 and our freighter exports 10,000 worth of goods. That's really good. That's really very good. Everybody should be happy. How long is it going to take us to research paper? Okay, 9 months. We can last that long. You're at 40 out of 50, and you're at basically 40 out of 50 as well. Okay, good. We're doing well. We're almost at that point where we can declare independence.
Tropico, unite!
Export cotton, easy.
We shall defend our island. We shall...
Have 8 guard towers. Are you kidding me? 8 guard towers. That's going to be quite expensive. It's going to cost 2,200 each. Great. Build 4 there. Well, 3 at the moment, and eventually 4. That's the plan, anyway. I suppose we just have them dotted around town. Is this trade still going on? 18 months remaining. Yeah, that's cool. We're still getting a lot of money for it. Is there anything else we can get a better deal for? Iron? Nah, nothing basically. That's good. So I'm glad we're getting such a good deal for our tobacco. Tobacco is, of course, a really good thing to invest in my opinion. You may think differently, but
The revolutionaries are demanding. The best insult we could come up with was...
The king is not...
Okay, that's cool. I don't really care if the king hates us.
His Royal Majesty has instructed me to present you with this...
We'll get increased revolutionary support, which is always nice. So many pop-ups, but at the same time we are absolutely flying through this, aren't we? Can we build towers here? There, yeah. One more in here. Perfect. So I think that should be it. I think that should bring us up to the...
Things do not look well for you, old chap.
Ooh.
His Majesty is extremely displeased
Ooh.
with you. And
So we're going to make a bit less money as a result of insulting the king, but at the same time, we're almost ready to declare independence, and I sort of want to do it this episode, so let's work our absolute hardest to try and make that happen. Entertainment, religion. Build another religious building. Would that? No. Would that help? Service quality 45. Will that make people a bit happier? If we build some other type of sort of entertainment, will that make people happy? I don't think it will. We'll work on it, and we are working on it. And we're exporting planks now, so that's good. Newspaper. That is big news for us because that means that oh, grocery as well. We need to do that. We want our citizens to have the absolute best in everything. We really will afford them every luxury we can in order to become independent. Newspaper building, where was that? That was in... Yeah, it was here. So that's going to cost us 3,000, which means we need a bit more money for that, so come on guys, get to work. Of course, the construction workers are clearly hard at work, building and all that stuff. Going from place to place, building guard towers. Cancel construction there.
Thanks to your efforts.
There we go. Cancel construction with you as well? Why not? because we really don't need an excess of 8 guard towers. Well, I mean, we probably will later on, but at the moment, we don't need that many guard towers. I think we can proclaim independence, actually. We're at 50%. That's really good.
Presidente.
Hey, we can proclaim independence. Oh, that's really good. That is really,
The
really
lack
good.
of undergarments has decimated His Majesty's army.
Well, you know, we don't need to.
Presidente.
We're going to proclaim independence.
His Majesty is most amused.
And we're going to buy our freedom. That's us progressing to the next era. That's so good. In the second episode.
Mateys, this is Captain Lulu, Queen of the Seven Seas, broadcasting from my piratey bar, the Jolly Roger. Arr! So, why all the pirate talk, I hear you ask? Just because everything is better with pirates?
So what I just did there is I bought off the debt that we paid England, or the debt that we owed England, I think. So that's good. That's put us in a good position now. We have no debts.
Presidente, I have information.
Okay, build 2 barracks. We are going to do that as soon as we get some more money. Hopefully we'll get a lot more money. That's the plan anyway. 14 citizens arrive in Tropico. Good, our population is booming, isn't it? Nice. Okay, let's build some barracks. Obviously, having the popular support is very, very nice indeed. Uneven terrain. Yeah, build one there. Could we build another one? No, we don't have enough money for it. No problem. So yeah. Wow. What a second episode, eh? That's crazy good. 11,000 of worth of goods from our trade ships. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. And also, by the way, if we didn't pay back those debts, then we would have to pay interest on them, and you know that just is going to spiral out of control, and we really don't need to do that. So let's not. How's our research coming along? Red tape, constitution, nice. We can, I think we can build other research buildings now, can't we? Observatory, yeah. And you know what? This area up here would be perfect to build an observatory on, but unfortunately I don't think we're going to be able to do that, so we're just going to have to build an observatory on the down low here, I think. And also we need to build an embassy to get in contact with either the Axis or the Allies and start a relationship with them. So that'll be fun, I'm sure. Sounds like the boat's coming. Yes, it is. That is good. That is what we like to see.
We have
Okay.
invented red-
Nice. Red tape. Sweet. What are we going to build?
Presidente, I have information.
We get 5,000 for building another barracks, so you know what? We're going to go and do that before we do anything else.
In the wake of the news that we have now reached a population of 100, I just want to say I am heartbroken that there are at least 2 people on the island who still haven't made their way to the Jolly Roger. You make me sad, you two. Don't you love me?
Well, yes, whatever. Cool story. What else were we going to build? We were going to build an observatory, but we don't have any money. And we can't build an embassy yet because we haven't researched the white flag technology. So, no big deal, but, you know, we want to eventually get there, hopefully. Is everybody happy with us? Healthcare. We still have no healthcare. Yeah, I completely forgot about that, actually. Is anybody homeless? There's a couple of homeless people. But surely these aren't even all full. Some of them are, but not other ones. Okay, most of them are full. Yeah, most of them are full. Wow, we can't really modernize them because we don't have any electricity yet. But, you know, it's going to come. And we're going to get an extra 3,000 for completing this barracks over here.
The Illuminati High Council has
Which is nice. We're going to
people
send an assassin. Why not? I don't care. I just like focusing on this island and, you know, making it the best island that it can be. Where's these boats? We need these boats. We need some money. Come on, guys. Let's get some money. Let's get some money flowing into Tropico. So the first thing we're going to do is definitely build an observatory. That's the first thing on the agenda. So we get faster research points. Or we get more research points, should I say, faster. Over here, perhaps? Yeah. Beautiful. Plonk it down there and get it built. How much are you making? Yeah, you're making us a lot of money. I like that. I like that a lot. But mostly we are getting profits from tobacco, planks, cotton, fish. In total, you know, it's quite a substantial amount of money. I'm glad we've got all the industries that we've got going. It's good to diversify and you know, just get everybody sort of playing along and, you know, having a good time. What's this? This is our newspaper. Effectiveness. Yeah, that's cool. That is cool. Anyway, I think that's been a pretty good second episode. If you've enjoyed, then please like and subscribe. My name's been Orbit Potato. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!